we already saw one top 10 matchup between two teams that made the NCAA quarterfinals a year ago, so why not a second? Welcome back to CalGuard Gym on the beautiful campus of Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas. The host Trinity Tigers, ranked 5th in the nation, face the number 6 Berry Vikings. I'm Brian Yanselson, and I'm again joined by Amelia Roden, a Trinity volleyball alum. Amelia, you were impressed by this Tiger team in their victory earlier today over Edgewood. What stood out the most to you?
You know, Brian, this is a pretty young team for Trinity, at least in the past couple of years, and they're not playing like a young team. I definitely see potential in the freshmen that are seeing the court right now. Jenna Rodriguez went on a serving run that ultimately led Trinity to the victory. And Reagan Watley seriously impressed me, not only defensively, but offensively as well.
Yeah, Reagan Watley in the starting lineup again here tonight, along with some familiar faces as well. But Reagan Watley, she had 5 kills, 12 digs, and 2 blocks, but you thought maybe a little bit more that they didn't credit her with.
Yeah, I think she had a few more.
But all in all, a great performance for the first year from the Woodlands. Definitely impressing early on. And we've got just a fantastic matchup of volleyball tonight. It's been a long day of volleyball, and it's been nonstop quality action. We started at 10 a.m. on Tiger Network, and it is now 7 p.m., but we're so lucky to have brought it to you and to continue bring it to you. So we are just about ready to go for set 1 of Trinity versus Berry. Should be a great one. Marissa Amarino, the senior from Calabasas, California, gets things underway. And an early jump attempt. Look at that. The misdirection early on.
That was brave and smart by Berry.
So not wasting any time getting on the board. The Vikings, led by head coach Caitlin Moriarty.
Great pass. A little mistiming on the set.
It's a great serve as well from Rapak, number 12 for the Vikings, the redshirt senior. Great opportunity there, Ellis on the slide. But Berry comes back, and it's Molly Bergen with the kill. We heard Molly Bergen's name a lot earlier today. She had 18 kills, the most on any side when it was Eau Claire against Berry. And she's back at it as the Vikings take a 3-0 lead. Watley receives the serve there. Amarino to Ellis, and that one's going to head to the scoring table. Tigers on the board thanks to Emily Ellis. Mackenzie Logan will get the serve now for the Tigers. She's the junior from Calgary, Canada. She had a hot start behind the service line, had a couple of aces. This time she's diving on the floor trying to dig that one, but it's a kill for Zoe Wooten. And Zoe, a junior from Geismar, Louisiana. Someone we did not see at all in that matchup between Berry and Eau Claire, so interesting to see Coach Moriarty shaking up her starting lineup.
Interesting to see Berry starting with the short game as well. You typically see teams coming out swinging, but not this game.
Speaking of swinging, there is Sarah Williamy. Led the Tigers in kills earlier today, and she gets one quickly here in set 1. Perhaps that short game you're talking about, Amelia, could be due to the defense that the Tigers possess. All those blocks, maybe just trying to get around it in some creative way.
Absolutely. We are known for our blocking.
Kern with the excellent dig. Amarino chases that down. Brett will get it over, so free ball coming for Berry. Nice off speed, but an even better dig there, Watley. Down ball for Williamy. Vikings another shot. This time unable to dig it is Logan. So Trinity hangs on for a bit there, but Berry ultimately gets the point. Substitution, Kat Kellerman in to serve. We saw her exclusively in that role earlier today, the libero. freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland. Ooh, somehow saved by Kern. Cypress Gunther tries to tip it over. Tigers save it again. Amarino gets it over. Great dig, goes right over though, and it's out. Great point for the Tigers. And the resiliency pays off.
Great hustle, great execution.
That goes to show, just keep it alive. You don't know what can happen. You got to force the other team to make it. And sometimes they won't. Substitutions here, Amarino and Willie coming off. Flynn and Trinity Herrera on for the Tigers. And we were a little bit worried about the student section, but it's filled in nicely, Amelia, already.
Yeah, it's pretty crowded up there.
Hopefully we get even more. If you're listening, come on out. We love that you're listening to us, but if you're around, you might as well come make some noise at CalGuard. That time, Watley couldn't quite get the dig. Big swing on the outside there for Berry.
It looks like Trinity's two wings on the outside and the right side might have to pick up some of the defensive slack.
Tough play there. You saw Flynn running across on the serve receive, and then Flynn almost getting in the way of that pass, and Kern was never quite able to get it off.
That does happen, unfortunately.
Bergen this time goes for Logan. Herrera to Thornton. That one sails over, but there was a touch. Thornton saw it right away. Took a while for the official to signal that, and now the student section's letting us know that was a touch at the net.
I'll take it.
Absolutely. Thornton with the first kill of the evening. Thornton, someone who had an excellent preseason in the scrimmages. We didn't air those scrimmages, but if you were in the gym, you got to see him against Texas Weston and St. Mary's, and she really impressed in the middle. And so looking for a big season from her. Cypress Gunther on the slide, nothing doing. Herrera out to Flynn and down for the kill.
Perfectly executed by Trinity Herrera. When you're that far pushed forward, the only option is to send it back, and she did so beautifully.
Tight pass, Herrera reads the dump, and Flynn there recuperates for the Tigers. Now a swing, Logan though rejected there. Cypress Gunther meets her at the net.
Solid block, but I like the aggression, especially on a play like that.
And that's the hometown homecoming right there for Cypress Gunther. If you heard the Barry Eau Claire match, you heard me say she's from New Braunfels High School. A unicorn out here, unicorn sighting. Herrera pushes it to Logan. This time she gets it over the block, but dug out. And Jazzy Ennis meets Flynn and Thornton. And say hello to that block, Jazzy. Great job there by the right side block.
Sarah Flynn impresses me so much with her blocking form. Just very technically sound.
Gunther tries to slide again, and this time she does tool it off the block. So the unicorn gets on the board, but not just a New Braunfels unicorn, also the SAA Newcomer of the Year a year ago. She had a great year as a freshman for the Vikings. Herrera, Flynn again, and again, a point for Sarah Flynn. And after those two good kills, she'll sub out Sarah Williamy, Marissa Amarino back in. I'd say that's a job well done.
I'd say so as well.
Now the rotation starts over. Marissa, who started this game off, back to serve. Great deep serve. Rapak has to get it to Bergen. There was no one there, though. And now the Tigers have some miscommunication. Will give Berry a free ball. Innes tries to get it over the block. The official says there's a touch at the net, though.
Oh, I don't know if I saw a touch on that, Brian.
I don't think Julie Jenkins saw a block either. But that's what the official called. So a big swing there on the outside, Jazzy Innes. Marissa tries the dunk, nearly gets it. She had a very similar play. You could hear the gym audibly gasp on that one.
That was tricky. I like it.
Now, fans at home, you may remember last year my fascination with dunks, and we haven't landed one yet, so you haven't heard the excitement, but it is my favorite play in volleyball, Amelia.
It is just so much fun. The surprise.
I'm sure we'll see one today between these two setters, Trinity and Marissa. But now into serve, someone you mentioned in our little pregame chat, Jenna Rodriguez, the first year from San Antonio. Antonian High School representing here. I guess Antonian College Prep, technically. Bergen, big swing met in the middle. Kern sets Willie on the right side, and Willie gets it done.
That's what a touch looks like, Brian.
There you go, making it clear for everyone at home. We'll see if she can rattle off a similar run. 11-0 run did Jenna Rodriguez have at the end of set 3. Trinity defeating Edgewood College earlier today. Tough collision, near collision there. Kern and Amarino running into each other. But they all seem okay. It is a point for Berry, however. And Jazzy Innes back to serve. Kern with the nice pass. Amarino pushes it way out to Watley. And Innes had no shot down the line.
That was gorgeous. Great set, great swing from Watley. The block couldn't get there.
Must make the former setter in you proud.
It does.
Here comes Nadia Kern with the jump serve. Really tight pass. Brysinger gets the swing on it, and Amarino Kern, little miscommunication once again, results in a point for the Vikings.
It's tough to react that quickly when it comes off the block a bit.
Willie with the tip. Bergen gets there, though. And Brysinger, another big swing. Rodriguez, the dig. Watley pushes it down the line. And they're not going to get to that one.
Honestly, great hustle from the Vikings, too, on that tip.
And also a great job by the Tigers adjusting and moving cross court. First saw Bergen save it on the right side of the court, and then the Tigers forced it all the way across, and it landed for the point. So just good movement all around by this offense he said was really fast-paced earlier today.
Yes, Julie does like to run a fast offense, and it has paid off for the last few years.
Great dig by Trinity Herrera. Rodriguez with the pass. And that's going to be out. No touch at the net. Point Trinity. Trinity Herrera, a sophomore also from San Antonio, Clark High School. She pushes this serve over. Raypak going to the middle, and Herrera unable to dig it. Cypress Gunther puts it down for Berry.
A single block on a quick set is tough for any defender.
So back and forth go the Vikings and the Tigers. And that's going to sail out. Great job by Rodriguez reading that one.
She is having a day.
Love seeing this Trinity student section fired up. Second week of classes now complete. It's Friday night in San Antonio. Time for some fun. And no better place to be than Calgard. Thornton, Herrera, Thornton again. She's blocked.
Good touch.
Flynn trying to go with the off speed.
I just know
unable
she's
to get
laughing right now. Yep.
It was a nice thought after the big swings, trying to finesse it over.
Tough to do off the net, though.
Breisinger's serve, met by Watley. Herrera outside to Logan. Dug by Breisinger. Raypack has to chase it. Swing outside by Innes. Now out to Logan. Good curl in, and that's going to get down for the point.
You know, another talent of Nadia Kearns is that she can set when the setter has to play defense. And that is something that a lot of liberos struggle with, but she seems to have no issue with it.
Raypack tries the dump. Thornton not fooled at all. Here comes Herrera to Flynn, and that's landed in the corner. All tied up at 15. Special delivery from Sarah Flynn. Thornton with a good serve. Gunther slide and out. And Trinity, just like that, on top. And what's felt like a set that really has gone Berry's way. They had some momentum early on, but the Tigers hanging tough. Tough touch there for Flynn. Tried to block Innes, but it lands outside. Thornton comes out of the game. Emily Ellis back in there.
Good pass.
Once again, on consecutive plays, off the block of Flynn, but out. Berry back on top, 17-16. They'll send their libero, Kate Whittle, the sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, to serve. Logan sends it over. Bergen back row attack, and that's going to be in the net. In come Amarino and Willie.
Brian, I have a feeling that these sets are going to be tight the entire game.
I have a feeling about that as well. I don't see much separation between these two teams, and the rankings reflect that, 5 against 6. Raypack with the dunk.
Great dig.
Not having any of it. She sends it over. Kern with the dig now. Here comes Willie, and she's rejected there.
Looks like she was trapped a little bit by the set. A little too tight, a little too low.
Get a good look at the replay. Amarino going to Willie there on the right side, but it's a combo of Innes and Wooten that sent it back. So already back and forth. Raypack serves Watley, Amarino, Ellis on the slide, hits the top of the net, and it'll be a point for Berry. So trying to get some different looks, getting Emilis there from the middle to the right side on the slide. Didn't work on that one, and we'll see what Julie Jenkins cooks up with this timeout. Trinity down 17-19, and we'll take our first timeout on Tiger Network. Welcome back to Tiger Network. Julie Jenkins calling a timeout there, trying to salvage this first set. We know how important that can be to really set the tone. So we'll see what they come up with after this timeout. Emily Rapak serving, and she serves it out.
The timeout worked.
Magic. Julie forces the service error. I'm telling you, that's what 38 years in the business gets you. You can just kind of put a spell on it. Let's go Tigers chant breaking out. Great dig, Amarino. Amarino headed to us, and we can't quite dig it out.
No, I wish I could, though.
We're ready, though.
Hey, right here! Right here!
Jazzy Innes back to serve. Kern there to receive it. Amarino pushes it out to Watley.
Cover.
Again off the block. This time it's Ellis, but it's a point for Berry. So the last 3 block attempts we've seen from Trinity not quite resulting. And this is a Trinity squad that led the nation in blocks a year ago. It is one of their specialties, but so far struggling against these hitters from Berry.
A lot of credit has to go to the Vikings setter, though, Emily Rapak,
Rapak, I believe.
Rapak, thank you. She has hands, and she is tricking our block quite a bit right now.
I mean, it makes a ton of sense when you look at who exactly Emily Rapak is. She's the redshirt senior from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. She is an All-American, second-team All-American a year ago. She was named the SAA Player of the Year, so the best player in the entire conference. And she's a special player that is back for a 5th year, and she's one of 4 returning All-Americans that the Vikings have.
Wow.
And it's a big reason why the Vikings are ranked where they are, number 6. They have those 4 returning All-Americans. 2 of them are first-team All-Americans, Rapak, a second-team All-American. And then you've got Peyton Brysinger, the honorable mention All-American. That's not even mentioning that they did end up losing a first-team All-American in Laura Beyer, a libero who they definitely missed, but so far they've looked good with who they have back. They only lost those 2 seniors.
Seems like they're still pretty stacked.
Coach Caitlin Moriarty of Berry telling me that it's one of the things she's afraid of. She doesn't want those high expectations to really get to her team because she knows a lot of people expect them to do well, but she just wants her team to play as free and loose as they do always, and they have so far. Ellis that time on the tip out of the timeout. Bergen with the right side swing, but Amarino right there. Watley.
Smart move by Watley.
Great dig, saved by the Tigers. And a double gonna be called on Trinity, and Coach Jenkins can't believe it.
I may be biased, but I can't really believe it as well.
Let's see if we can see anything on there. Oh, it's not that one, just before. So Coach Jenkins not agreeing with that call. Let's see right here on the replay. The double called before that play at the net. So haven't gotten another look at that, but play moves on. And Willie with the tip, met there by Bergen. And it's Wooten with the big swing in the middle.
Good touch by Maddie Fate.
Kern with the dig, Amarino, Willie, and a kill. In the meantime, Julie Jenkins wanted a double. And you mentioned, and almost in an instant she disappeared, but you mentioned that touch. Maddie Fate did come into the game for the first time. Tight pass somehow stays on Berry's side. Free ball for the Tigers. And Willie takes advantage. You don't want to give Willie a free ball.
No No, you don't. That was beautiful. And a well-played joke.
What do you mean, joke? Excellent dig by Rodriguez.
Go.
Tip met by Watley. Amarino,
Great dig.
Willie, and that's a pull off the block. And Jenkins pumped up here, picking up the ball. Fired up by that play, and why wouldn't she be? Just incredible hustle by the Tigers all around, and they are within one.
Great serve by Nadia Kern.
Free ball coming up. Once again, you don't want to free Willie. Sarah Williamy, the super senior from Denver, Colorado.
She is alive and she is fired up right now.
This crowd responding well to the effort by the Tigers. And it's hard to believe how efficient Sarah Williamy can be on her swing. She had 10 kills earlier today against Edgewood, 6 already on 11 swings. You take a look at the stats right there on your board. That hitting percentage for Trinity, 256. That's where we're used to seeing it. A year ago, we've already talked about the blocks that Trinity led the nation in. Well, they also led the nation in hitting percentage. They hit 286 as a team, which is just unheard of in volleyball at this level. And so earlier today, they only hit 140 and still pulled out a win. If they can keep the numbers at that rate, it's going to be hard to beat.
With 2 younger outsides as well. It's impressive.
Absolutely, and we'll have to keep reiterating it, even if you heard it earlier today, but it's just that big of a loss. 2 All-Americans gone for the Tigers, Avery Tuggle and Annie Rose Leggett. And so that's really where the Tigers are trying to find the replacements, and so far they have kind of pieced it together in what we've seen, but they have found some good pieces. Reagan Watley, Jenna Rodriguez, really doing a nice job as first years, helping the Tigers out. Nadia Kern remains back behind the service line. Tight pass, and it'll be a point for the Vikings, nearly a block.
Don't you just hate that when it trickles down the net?
Yeah, and from our angle, we were just hidden from it a tiny second. That's why we couldn't quite see where it landed. Unfortunately for the Tigers, it was in favor of Berry. And so now Kat Kellerman back to serve. And that's going to be out.
It's a great eye. It's hard to tell on those float serves sometimes.
Amarino and Willie come out. Flynn and Herrera back in. And Herrera back to serve. Can she get the Tigers to clinch set 1?
It's a strong rotation for the Tigers at a great time.
Deep breath by Herrera. Gets the serve over. Great job by her. It'll have to be a big swing, and it's going to land. Wow, in the corner. Did not think she would get that.
Me neither.
She had to take a step back to get that swing from the right side, and she just got it perfectly in that corner.
It really was perfectly placed.
Tough break for the Tigers.
Oh.
Tremendous effort, but it's going to be out. And Julie Jenkins saw it before anybody. I love seeing her so fired up over here. We've got men's soccer in the stands. We've got some of the baseball team hanging over the railing. Full house for Trinity against Berry. Number 5 against number 6. 2 teams that went to the quarterfinals. They both fell in that round, but there are not many teams that are better than these Vikings and Tigers.
And playing on opening weekend.
Tight pass, and it's going to be a point for the Tigers. The
energy in this gym right now.
Energy that Berry can't quite handle without calling a timeout. Coach Moriarty will want to talk things over with her team. What has turned, Amelia, in this set? What has changed ever since that timeout?
I think we're going back to the fundamentals right now. We seem much more disciplined on our defense and our blocking, which was giving us some trouble for a bit. But knowing Coach Jenkins and knowing Coach Brad, as soon as they saw that it was giving us trouble, they said, hey, focus on what you know your technique, and I think that's what these girls have done.
And speaking of assistant coaches, Maggie Linker, officially an assistant head coach here at Trinity. She replaces Brindle Langley, who got a job at Boise State, her alma mater. And Amelia, I know you got to play with Maggie Linker a little bit.
Oh, not only did I play with Maggie, we were co-captains my senior year, and I adore her. She is a genius when it comes to volleyball, a genius when it comes to life, and she's really funny too.
So the Tigers definitely lucky to have her as an assistant.
Absolutely.
It's been interesting to talk to the super seniors this week, and they all also played with Maggie, and now they call her Coach Maggie. They said it's a little strange, but here we go. 1 point for the set. Standing ovation from the student section. Here we go.
Good touch on the block.
Just out for Logan. Everyone releases their breath in the building. Brysinger back to serve, the senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. She had nine, that's right, aces in the game earlier today. But that's going to be an error.
This is what I mean by discipline. They go to the line when it's close. They wait, take their time watching the ball.
And don't say I didn't force that, saying she had 9 aces. Thornton near the line. And that's going to go for the Tigers as it's a double. And set 1 goes to Trinity. Maybe not the way you draw it up, but you'll take it nonetheless.
I'll take it. We had a couple calls that didn't go our way, and it's only right that the favors return sometimes.
Absolutely. It's like we said, you just got to put it into play, keep the ball alive, and you don't know what will happen. And so we'll take a break as the teams switch sides. Number 5 Trinity up on number 6 Berry. We'll be right back. If you wanted high-powered volleyball, you came to the right place. The Berry Vikings leading for most of that first set, but your Trinity Tigers storming back to claim a 27-25 victory and take an all-important set lead to start things off. Really, looking at the box score, there is one name that stands out among the rest. Sarah Williamy, 6 kills on 11 attacks. That is a .455 hitting percentage, and it's just unreal, the efficiency that she plays with.
And the momentum she's giving the team right now. The team, the crowd, I think it's mostly stemming from her.
It definitely feels as if every time she gets the ball, it's just a big hit that really brings the boom from the crowd. And you know, I loved what Willie told me as I interviewed her this week. She said her and Flynn, when they get nervous, they have to remind each other, all volleyball is big girl, small ball. Big girl hits a small ball, and she makes it look quite small at times.
They are two of the goofiest people I've ever met in my life, but they are darn good at volleyball.
You know, I heard that a lot as I asked around about them, but they also balance each other out extremely well, and they are a tremendous dynamic duo for these Tigers. Logan swing dug out by Whittle. Molly Bergen with the back row attack, but that's a dig for Amarino. Here come the Tigers, Logan. Innes with the swing and the dig, Kern. But that's going to be a point for the Vikings.
Looked like we were in the net. I didn't see it personally, but I was paying attention to Nadia Kern's dig, so.
That's fair. For the Tigers, Maddie Fate in there. Didn't see her much earlier today. Amarino pushes it out to Logan. Whittle with the dig, and there is Fate trying to dunk it down. Now she passes it back over. Amarino, a nice dig there. Collision there, but nothing's going to distract from a Willie kill.
Marissa is killing it at defense right now.
I guess you could say digging it.
She's digging it.
Mackenzie Logan back to serve. Maddie Fate in there, the only new face that we haven't seen a ton. But you know what we have seen, Amelia? A Mackenzie Logan ace, her 3rd of the year.
Gives Trinity a strong start.
She had 3 all of last year, and she has 3 already in 2 matches. I'd say that's a pretty good ratio. Let's go for another one, nearly. Tight pass goes to Gunther on the slide, but guess what? A block by the Tigers. Maddie Fate making her presence felt with the solo block. The junior from New York, New York, making the Big Apple proud. Strong serve again by Logan. It'll be a back row attack, Brysinger. No problem for Amarino. Hearn with the set. Willie with the tool off the block.
Just powered through it on that one.
I mean, the block was right there, and there is still nothing they can do about it. 8 kills for Sarah Williamy.
Keep them coming.
Dump, rejected. Here come the Tigers. It'll be a free ball, but still alive. And Innes will finish the deal for the Vikings.
A tall left-handed setter is so dangerous, and that's why our defense was caught on their heels just now. She threw the dump over, kind of surprised everyone, and they were able to open it up for that kill.
So that's interesting to see. Even though the dump itself didn't work right away, it led to the point. Nice block that time by Raypak. On the right side, maybe a little help as well, but it looked to be completely the redshirt senior. Trinity up 4-3. Kate Whittle, the sophomore, back to serve. Hearn with the pass. Amarino, Watley. Red flag up. crowd was disappointed, but then they get fired up yet again for the serve. Kern.
A little bit of a joust there.
Dig by Whittle. Innes, nice touch there on the block, Trinity. Thornton tries to tip. Innes again. Dig by Kern. Watley off the block. Jump, Logan right there. Here comes Willie. Free ball.
Beautiful.
Beautiful dunk by Marissa Amarino. Gets it down right in front of us. Amelia couldn't have asked for a better placement.
I really couldn't.
You might even be able to see my fist pump on that replay. We'll have to check later. Here comes Innes outside, dig by Logan. Willie just misses another kill. Willie thought there was a touch, but the official says no, ma'am. Tough to tell on that angle. We'll have to get a closer look. Serve.
Brian, do you know the saying, the ball never lies?
I've heard of it. What are you referring to in this moment?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, no. Just a reference.
Just a reference.
Pop culture. Got to be in the know. We'll just leave it at that. Trinity Herrera back to serve. Bergen. Tip will not work. Flynn gets it in between the net and the block.
Tight pass.
Yeah, very tight pass. Flynn tries to dunk it over, and misplayed by Ray-Pack. Point for the Tigers.
And the heckling is starting from the student section. Great serve.
Great dig. Flynn. Wooten tries to hang in the air. Doesn't work for her. Watley blocked. Whittle will set it. Here comes Bergen from the right side. Excellent dig by Herrera.
Smart.
Again, Bergen denied. Breisinger with the dig. This time, Herrera unable to stop it, but I've got to say, what defense by the Tigers. We saw Molly Bergen go off for 18 kills today, and when she had free looks on the right side, she didn't miss very often. So for her to be dug twice on that possession really goes to show what the Tigers are doing.
And she's impressing me right now. She's really swinging, taking her shots. But the Tigers have a defense to match, you're right.
Defense couldn't defend against that, though. Not much you can do on that ace from Jazzy Innes. Berry within 3. Whittle with the dig.
Wow,
off
great
of
dig from Whittle.
Kern dives to the floor. Point for Berry. Tigers in the net that time. So the lead dwindling a little bit here. Trinity up 9-7. Again with the receive, Logan. Thornton denied by Molly Bergen. Timeout called by Trinity. Julie Jenkins wants to stop the momentum here, and we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back on Tiger Network. So this timeout by the Tigers trying to stop a 4-0 run for Berry. And you talked about it, Amelia. Don't think any team is going to run away with any set tonight.
No, I don't think so, and I think this is the match to tune in.
Berry went to 5 sets earlier today against the defending national champion, Wisconsin Eau Claire. They were a point away from winning, but fell just short. Flynn's swing lands just outside. Again, everyone wants a touch.
I think that one was a touch.
Dump attempt rejected by Brysinger. Free ball for the Tigers. Watley tried to tip it over, but the net play of the Viking defense too strong and make it 6-0 Vikings. That's going to be a service error for Jazzy Innes. 10 apiece. And that kills the 6-0 run that the Vikings had. So great to see battles between Berry and Trinity on the volleyball court. Something we're so used to seeing on the football field, as Trinity's a member of the SAA for football only, a member of the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference for volleyball and everything else. But this is one fantastic matchup. And nearly a block there from Flynn on the outside. But this is definitely the type of matchup that you could picture seeing in a Final 8. I mean, in many ways, we're basically hosting an NCAA quarterfinal with the teams we have between Berry, Trinity, and Eau Claire. All of them quarterfinalists. Berry falling to Claremont Mud Scripts a year ago, Trinity falling to Calvin.
Absolutely, and that was Julie Jenkins' plan.
Logan off speed. Schmidt gets the dig. Here comes Bergen. Great block by Logan and Thornton. Bergen again, and a block again.
2 for 2.
Now the off speed. There's Hallie Martin. Sarah Flynn guns it home down the line.
Great set by Trini Herrera. And Sarah Flynn just finished it off.
Mentioned the name of Hallie Martin on one of the digs there. She's in for the first time. She's a first year from Little Rock, Arkansas. We saw very little of her in the first match, but boy, were we impressed. She had a massive swing in the end of set 3. And here, what'll end up being an ace for Brett Thornton. So a little bit of a different look. Thornton setting Martin in, Maddie Fate in as well.
Something you might see right here, Brian, is the Vikings trying to go for Thornton on the offense because she is in a vulnerable position in back row.
Ray-Pack has to save that. Free ball coming for the Tigers. Martin, Herrera, Flynn met at the net. Ball still alive. And it's slammed down by Mackenzie Logan. Oh, but they're saying point Berry. Are they calling that in the net?
I think so.
Tough break for the Tigers on what looked to be an incredible play from Logan. Martin there receiving the serve. Logan goes right back at it. And it'll be a kill for the Vikings. Big momentum swing there. Could have been 13-11 Trinity. Got the crowd all riled up with that big send back on touch one. Instead, Berry up by one. In a tough opportunity there, Hallie Martin unable to receive the serve. And she'll be replaced right now by Jenna Rodriguez, fellow first year. So Martin getting a little taste of a pressure-packed situation if you could ever find one. Bergen dug by Whittle, but here comes the slam. Maddie Fate once again. Not messing around.
She noticed that everyone was kind of packed to the left side and just turned it right.
Marissa Amarino back in the game, as is Sarah Williamy. Deep serve by Marissa. Right back to Gunther on the slide. Amarino
Good
digs
dig.
it. Willie kept alive by Kern. And Logan gets the kill.
Sometimes you have to use your shoulder to cover the ball.
That white libero jersey signaling you can use it all. And she used it all. It's all tied up at 14. Pushed out to Brysinger. And Kern unable to dive in time. Nice play there by Brysinger.
It was a great spot. Right between the front row and the back row, it's hard to tell who's going to get the ball.
And Brysinger, pretty quietly, the first scorer to 10 kills for either side. Rodriguez receives that. Amarino and Matt once again.
The Tigers are fired up, and as they should be. That was a great set, great swing.
Maddie Fate, who did not play at all in game number 1, has come in and gotten 3 kills on 4 swings, and they have all been incredible, just dynamic. Tough touch there for the Tigers as Jazzy Innes looked to be out of momentum on that swing, but she still managed to get it over and down. We get another look at that absolute slam dunk from Maddie Fate. The official looking at the Tigers. The Tigers were calling for a touch, and good job persuading them. Definitely looked like a touch.
Yeah, that's one of Sarah Williamy's talents, is using the block to her advantage. And she's been doing it a ton this game.
Williamy 1 kill away from joining Brysinger in double digits. However, before we get to that, the side judge will come talk to the official, maybe discuss that last play. The Berry Vikings chanting on the sideline, met by boos.
This gives both teams an opportunity to kind of come together and take a deep breath and get back to the game.
You can definitely see a finger move back there in that view. Wooten there, making sure there's no mistake about who gets that one. That's her third kill.
Big swings from both teams, lots of energy.
That's a touch off the hit.
Off the block again, I'm telling you.
No mistake about that one. Flynn and Herrera back in for Amarino and Willie. Willie does get to double digits before she's subbed out. And it is 17 all, just a back and forth affair. We had 7 tied scores and 3 lead changes in the first set. And it's hard to keep up with how many we've had here, but I know it's up there. Reisinger receives the set. And Bergen with the kill out of the middle.
That was a tricky play for the Vikings to run. Left half the court open.
And the Tigers have so far done a pretty good job on the first team All-American. Molly Bergen has 4 kills on 15 swings. You know who's doing pretty well, Amelia?
Who's that?
Sarah Flynn on that last kill. In between that block, Reisinger couldn't get there in time.
The Sarahs have come to play.
The Sarahs have absolutely come to play. Serve from Rodriguez, a little long.
She's been a strong server for Trinity today.
And you'd love to see her not shying away from the big moment.
Absolutely.
Kat Kellerman in to serve now for Berry. Excellent pass from Kern. Herrera, Flynn, kill.
They are just powerhouses on the right side. And it is going to scare teams later down the season.
I mean, you think you get a break. Willie leading the team in kills. She goes to the bench, and then in comes Flynn. She has 6 kills of her own. They lead the Tigers with those kills, respectively. 10 and 7 now for Flynn. It's just unreal. Almost another excellent dig from Herrera. The big booming shoulder of Bergen was too much there. I mean, you see, imagine the velocity that is on that if just a simple dig ends up at the scorer's table.
Yep.
Logan with some steam on it. Flynn, Herrera, Logan again, and Logan down the line.
Wow. Very smart of Sarah Flynn to not try and offensively attack that ball. It was way too off the net, and it gave Mackenzie Logan the perfect opportunity to just slam it down the line.
You can definitely tell the super senior, the patience, the experience to know that I could take this one or I could give my teammate a better opportunity, and that's exactly what she did. We're at 20 all. Coach Moriarty checking with the scorer's table here before Marissa Amarino gets back to serve. Amarino subbing back in along with Willie. Excellent serve. And that's going to be an ace for Amarino. Time out, Caitlin Moriarty. Tigers on top 21-20. And Amelia, we have raved on and on about the Sarahs. Sarah Williamy, 10 kills. Sarah Flynn, 7 kills. Can you imagine that they almost did not come back for a 5th year?
Really?
Really, they were very close to not coming back, along with Emily Ellis, their fellow super senior. Got to talk to all of them this week, and they explained to me that for most of last year, they had it in their mind that they were going to graduate. They were going to move on from volleyball. They were happy with what they had done. And then there was something that changed everything. You know what that was?
What was that?
A loss to Calvin in the quarterfinals. They all described the same scene independently. I asked each of them, what made you want to come back for a 5th year to Trinity? And they all said there was this feeling that they had when they lost to Calvin that didn't sit right with them. And they said, we're not going to finish it like this. This is not how our career ends. And so they got together, they talked it over, sent texts, had calls, talked it over with Coach Jenkins, and they said, we're going to come back for one more year. And boy, are we glad that they decided to come back.
That warms my heart so much. That entire class, they're all best friends. They hang out constantly. So it means a lot that 3 of them were able to stick it out and come here for the 5th year, or be here for the 5th year.
And they all also said that they wouldn't have ever come back alone. They would have only come back if they all came back. And Maddie Fate, for the first time in what seems like forever, doesn't get the kill. Ball still alive. Willie lands on the wrong side of the net there. Bergen with the back row attack. And so the initial point went for the Tigers, but that timeout so far has helped Berry and Coach Moriarty's squad. Great push to Logan and an even better finish. The junior from up north in Canada gets it done. And the Tigers within 2. Moriarty will call another timeout. She knows how important this second set is. Can't let it get away. What do you think it does for a team to go down 2 sets compared to being 1-1? What does that change?
Well, if you're the Tigers, I would say it's hard to beat someone 3 times. So they are going to have to push on the gas to be able to get this done and close out the match. For the Vikings, it's infuriating, especially being well-renowned as they are. So I'm sure we'll see next set, whoever this set goes to, that both teams are going to be ready to play.
It can be such a massive swing. 2-0 or 1-1.
1-1 sets it up for the long match. Both teams are anticipating it. Might start a little slower. If the Vikings go down 2-1, it's going to start quick.
The Vikings ready right away after the timeout. There's still 15 seconds on the clock. Trinity still meeting as a team. And so now Coach Moriarty meeting a little bit longer with her team, giving them directions. Coach Moriarty herself, an All-American twice as a player at Christopher Newport. She holds the record for the highest single-season hitting percentage at .417, as well as the program record for hitting percentage at .347.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
So she certainly knows what she's talking about. Mackenzie Logan back to serve. Whittle, Raypack, Mallow, not going to get it over.
Oh, I was worried about a net call on that one.
And the first 2 touches for Mallow have been a struggle. She hasn't quite gotten her feet underneath her. And they've resulted in 2 points for the Tigers and now 1 point away from a 2-set advantage. Amarino, Kern, Hallie Martin, dug by Whittle. Maddie Fate wins it at the net. It is Maddie Fate's set here in the second.
It certainly is.
The big play from the Big Apple, Maddie Fate from New York, New York.
Tiger Network is lucky to have you.
We're playing Berry, but I've seen a lot of apples today.
Oh, goodness.
We're having fun here on Tiger Network.
Yes, we are.
Hope you are as well. How could you not here with the Trinity Tigers up 2-0 over the 6th-ranked Berry Vikings? There is still more to come. Don't go anywhere. Tigers look for a second sweep today. Welcome back to Tiger Network, where we continue to have high-energy volleyball. Tigers up 2-0 over the Berry Vikings, and that last set belonged to Maddie Fate. She finished it, and she started it. She had 4 kills in that set alone, and each and every one of them seemed to come at the biggest moment, especially that last play at the net where she sealed the deal for Trinity.
I agree completely. I also think Mackenzie Logan is coming alive. It's very fun to watch.
Logan had 3 kills in that last set, get her up to 5. And that's going to be an ace for Amarino.
Love the reaction from the team.
Her name starts with A for a reason. Ace for Amarino. This one will not be an ace. Or it still could be a point for the Tigers, though. A double call there. You've been looking for it for a while. You get it there.
I have. Thank you.
You're welcome. You've called it. You get it. Amarino looking to really put the Vikings in a tough spot if she can go on a serving spell here. Tigers with a free ball. Martin with the off speed. Brysinger gets there.
Took them out of system.
Another shot though. Maddie Fate this time goes soft. Bergen goes soft as well.
Oh, great up.
How did she get there? Martin gets it over. Amarino. Kern. Willie with the kill.
Sarah Williamy.
That point, all Sarah Williamy. How did she save that ball on the court and then get back up for the kill? Special play there from the Colorado native. And you can hear the banging of the water bottle. Bucky Williamy, Willie's father, known to be TUVB fan #1. And he certainly has a lot to root for most of the time.
He does indeed.
I asked Willie, how do you feel about your dad being known as TUVB fan #1? And she loves it. She knows that he takes a lot of pride in it.
She and her family are pretty close.
Martin gets up on that swing. Tremendous jump. It'll be a free ball. Amarino, Kern, Martin soars. Woo! Cool off the block.
The freshman is fired up.
And the freshman is flying.
She did get up there.
Early timeout for Coach Moriarty. And we kind of warned about this a little bit when discussing in the previous set the importance of getting up 2-0. If it would have been 1-1, you can imagine that Berry gets a lot of momentum, but now they have to be drained. And even more, like adding to that fact, Berry lost a very strenuous game earlier today, took the defending national champions to 5 sets, and they were 1 point away. They were up 15-14 in the 5th set. All they needed was 1 more point. And then to lose that one, to come to Trinity's home court, fall behind 2-0, you have to imagine it's tough to rebound.
It takes a toll, I'm sure.
Coach Moriarty told me that the plan was, after the Eau Claire game, to head on over to the Japanese Tea Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Right across the campus from Trinity here in San Antonio. I didn't get to talk to her before the match. Don't know if they did that, but that was the plan. I know all the teams here in San Antonio have gotten to enjoy our beautiful scenery, beautiful sights, but the Tea Garden not working its magic for the Berry Vikings.
Not currently, it seems.
The Tigers just have something about this home court. Calgard Gym, a chaotic place for opponents, not somewhere they want to see on their calendar. Martin serving now. Back row attack.
That was a fast set.
Great dig. It'll head right back over to Berry. Wooten in the middle, and she's going to get the kill.
Oh, Maddie Fate was almost there, just a little late on the block. She was lined up perfectly.
So it's 4-2 Trinity. And a new name out there for the Vikings, Jen Ayton, the senior from Spring Hill, Florida, not someone we've seen tonight or earlier this afternoon. And Willie greets Ayton with a tip right in front of her.
She's been swinging and succeeding at swinging, so she caught them on their heels and it was wide open.
It must be so fun to wield that power, to know that you can just absolutely crush it, and then mid-air just stop yourself and say, you know what, I'm just kidding, I'm going to float it right in front of you. It's almost a little bit cruel at that point.
Oh, yeah.
That serve in the net for Nadia Kern. Doesn't seem too concerned about it, though.
That was a heck of a serve. The bottom just dropped out of it.
Difficult for anybody to get there. And Martin, the victim on that one. Kern this time receives it. Amarino behind her, back Willie. Right to Brysinger. Blocked by Willie and Thornton. Another touch. Kern with the dig. Push to Logan. Red flag up, signals out.
Tigers look positive. Energy still flowing.
All tied up at 5. Molly Bergen into the net.
A miss serve for a miss serve, you know.
Here comes Flynn and Herrera. Mallow met by Thornton. Bergen, big swing, but too big that time. That's going to be out. And Molly Bergen with 6 kills on 21 swings. That is 190. So Trinity, all in all, doing a great job keeping the first team All-American quiet. Back row attack from Bergen, but Kern right there again. Flynn down the line, and poor Kate Whittle had no shot.
The lefty swing.
Kate Whittle had 24 digs earlier today against Eau Claire. She is doing a great job here today again with 14, but she stood no shot there against Flynn. Innes gets the tool off the block. She's been someone who's been fairly quiet as well. That's 7 kills now on 18 swings. Innes and Bergen, the 2 first-team All-Americans for the Berry Vikings.
Good pass.
Flynn off the block. Mallow and Brysinger were there, but Flynn snuck it in there.
I think one of the differentiating factors in this match so far are both teams blocking. Trinity is coming out pretty strong, getting tooled every once in a while, but Sarah Williamy and Sarah Flynn have really used the Vikings block multiple times.
That one high up in the gym. Not as high as Martin's jump, though. Ball still alive, down ball, Brysinger. Herrera, dumped, rejected, kept alive for the moment. Flynn goes across the net in a laugh shared with Nadia Kern. Great hustle. Nonetheless, even though the point goes to Berry, Tigers called for 4 touches. After some miscommunication there, Herrera unable to get it to Thornton. 2 in a row for Berry. Whittle back to serve again. tight pass.
Nice save by Trinity Herrera.
Great dig, Nadia Kern. Flynn, out of nowhere, Ray-Pack saves it. Martin off the tape and out.
Would have been a good shot by Martin.
Tough one all the way cross court. Another tight pass, Herrera. Flynn, no problem for Sarah Flynn.
I don't think I'd give Sarah Flynn a single block.
Flynn joins Willie in double-digit kills. And so the Sarahs, more than just a nickname, it's a dynamic duo for the Trinity Tigers. Have combined for 23 kills. They are hitting .478 and .471 respectively. That time, Brysinger says, I can hit a little bit too. Ties things up at 10. But it's just worth repeating, Flynn and Willie, they led the Tigers with hitting percentages of .327 and .324 a year ago, and they don't look to be slowing down at all.
I think they're ramping up.
That's a scary thought for opponents. It's game 2. Here comes Flynn again. Whittle this time does get to it, but Martin says, let me take care of it for you, Sarah.
Love that kill for the freshman.
It is so fun to see the super seniors and the first years playing on the court at the same time and each of them succeeding. It's just unreal.
Almost 2 different generations, honestly.
Over the block, Kern right there though. Amarino pushes it to Martin, gets it down, but a double gonna be called on Amarino. She can't believe it. She's laughing it off though.
As she should.
Never don't see a smile on the face of Marissa. About as happy a person as you can get. 11-11 Trinity Berry.
Nice.
Whittle digs that one off of Martin. Innes tries to go over the block, kept alive. Willie with the tip and Willie with the kill.
Very smart play.
Jenna Rodriguez, the first year from San Antonio, back into serve. She muscles it over. Ray-Pack with the set behind her. Bergen.
Oh, great touch.
Too tough of a swing, though, by Bergen. Mallow and Ayton back in. Kern. Amarino. Logan comes across in the middle. Fate nearly with the block. But the Vikings work around her and take a lead, 13-12. It was Mallow. Great dig.
Wow.
Massive swing.
Good coverage. Yeah.
It is just too much to handle.
Jenna Rodriguez is a force to be reckoned with today.
That dig off of the fist of Molly Bergen, of all people, too.
Down the line, no time to react.
Bergen again. Amarino gets a hand on it. Too far for Kern to handle. Rodriguez gets the serve. Amarino, Willie again. This time Bergen gets there. Innes, touch at the net. Amarino with the dump. Bergen gets there. Amarino, Thornton, thunders it home.
Puts it down. Students are coming alive again. We have a tie game.
This third set, another example, what we expected. You said it early on, no team is really going to run away with a set, and it is just tit for tat. Great pack to Mallow, and that's a block by Mackenzie Logan in the middle.
Kudos to Brett Thornton for staying with that set, too. It's a little tricky.
Great touch by Thornton. Flynn, lefty swing, lefty kill.
And an assist for Jenna.
It is all happening for the Tigers now. A 2-point lead as they seek a second sweep. Not something we quite expected, but these Tigers have shown up tonight.
They have indeed. Let's knock on wood. But
Absolutely, absolutely. Still a long way to go. And you see a pretty even game. The Tigers lead in kills. They lead in, or they actually trail in the airs with the Vikings just 10 to Trinity's 15. The assist pretty even. Aces exactly even. Hitting percentage, digs. I mean, it hasn't been a ton of separation, and you see that 27-25, 25-22. But the Tigers have just gotten the big points when they need to.
it's very slight, and I think the energy accounts for that slight pull ahead.
It's the CalGuard chaos.
CalGuard chaos.
The beautiful campus here, Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas, hosting this remarkable tournament early on. And you know, I've actually also been to Berry's campus. I don't know if you've been to Berry before.
I haven't.
Got to go to Berry when I went to a Rome Braves game, Rome, Georgia, right near
Okay.
Mount Berry. What I didn't realize at the time, and I don't know if you realize this or viewers at home, Berry's campus is actually the largest in the entire country.
Largest campus.
And, in fact, the entire world. 27,000 acres of land in Mount Berry, Georgia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It is a school that was started over 100 years ago, and donations by Clara and Henry Ford really got that campus growing
Okay.
in the 1930s, and now it's the largest campus in the world. So, fun fact there.
I like that fact. I had no idea.
I don't think anybody would say Berry when they think of
No.
largest campus in the world, but pretty unique. Right there in the middle of Northwest Georgia. Jazzy in his back to serve here. Rodriguez. Herrera has to chase
Good
it.
hustle.
It'll be a down ball, Logan, but it's out. That was really tough from the get-go, right off of the serve. Jazzy Innes has had a very successful day serving today. Only one ace tonight, but she makes it tough. This time Rodriguez, a good pass. Herrera pushes it all the way to Logan, and you see the shock on Thornton's face. How did Herrera get it all the way over there?
Will? I'm not sure.
I mean, she was falling backwards here towards us at the scoring table, and she managed to get it all the way outside
That was
the Logan.
wildly impressive.
Barely in the net there. Logan thought that might get over. Instead, a service error, 17 all, tied again. Before this set, we've had 20 tied scores. That number, no doubt, climbing. Logan, Herrera, Flynn, a little bit too much on that one.
Yeah, she was a bit early on that set.
And here comes a timeout from Julie Jenkins. And we'll take it with them. 17-18, Trinity trails here in set number 3. They'd love to put it away, love to get another sweep on this Friday evening, but we'll have to see. Don't go anywhere on Tiger Network. Welcome back to Tiger Network, where the iconic Dr. Bridenstine has informed us that Serena Williams is tied at 6 in her second set in the U.S. Open, hoping for a Serena win. But back here, we're hoping for a Tiger win. Martin with a nice touch, and point for Trinity. There was a whistle blown even before it.
I think the Vikings might have been in the net on that.
Great touch. Gives the Tigers a chance. Flynn.
Powers through the block.
Like you said, it has to be such a sinking feeling when you get the block, but then it just lands right in front of you. And we've seen a shift here for the Vikings, which we'll point out as soon as this point's over. And it's on for Trinity. Emily Rapak no longer setting. The redshirt senior, who saw so much action, the All-American, now replaced by Lindsay McDermott, number 6.
Perfect timing by Maddie Fate on that block.
Tip, not gonna fool Thornton. Herrera behind her back. Martin.
Nice save.
Logan.
Little bit of a scramble.
So much effort, so much hustle. You love to see it. Never say die. The rumbling coming from the student section. We are 5 points away. Can Trinity close it out? Berry trying to say no to that. And right as we mentioned the change, Rapak back in there as setter, so that was just a couple of points. And Rapak giving it her all, but it is not enough.
I love watching the freshmen on this team.
A real breath of fresh air on the court. You might remember us talking, Amelia and I, about Julie Jenkins saying it's not very common for first years to play in her program, but here we are. Willie wins that battle for the moment, still alive. Innes pushes it over, free ball, here we go. Amarino out to Martin. Fate again! Maddie Fate winning those battles at the net, and Zoe Wooten must have felt helpless there. There'll be a back row attack from Innes, dug by Kern. Amarino, Fate, dug by Rapak. Breisinger outside, dug by Logan. Amarino, Willie, right back at her with the block. Weisinger back to serve. Already a double-double, 12 kills, 16 digs.
Great pass. And a huge kill from Maddie Fate.
Maddie Fate. Higher than the Empire State Building there. In the middle, she has become a force to be reckoned with tonight. What a showing from the junior.
Is that 10-foot line? Looks like it.
They didn't think they were going to get it past Logan and Fate, did they?
Oh, I think they did, but
Dart on their feet. Student section wants one more point.
Great dig. Wow.
That is a Friday sweep for your Trinity Tigers. Another look at that final point, right on the line. Sarah Williamy, only fitting for her to finish things off. She finishes the night with 16 kills on 29 attempts. Amelia,
Wow.
That is just unreal.
I am so impressed with this team. Opening weekend.
Where do you even begin? Sarah Williamy, 16 kills. Sarah Flynn, 12 kills. Maddie Fate with 6 kills. That came at the perfect moment, and she did way more than just swing. She had those great blocks at the net, those great battles. Mackenzie Logan adds 6 kills. Hallie Martin, the freshman, she had 4 kills along with 3 digs. Reagan Watley wasn't as impactful as the first game, but she still did incredibly well early on. And then Nadia Kern gets in double digits with digs, 18 of them. Logan also with 10 digs, and Amarino herself with 13 digs. I mean, we could go all night reading through this box score.
We really could, Brian. We really could.
An absolutely phenomenal showing by these Trinity Tigers. You thought maybe they lost 2 All-Americans, they lose 2 other seniors. This might be a tough transition, a tough adjustment to a new season, but they have answered any questions here tonight, defeating Edgewood and number 6 Berry in a clean 6 sets between the two.
Yeah, the Tigers will sleep very well tonight. I know after talking with Coach Jenkins, I said, Coach, are you worried about losing your All-Americans? Your star libero? She laughed at me and she said, no, just watch them. Okay, well, they put on a show for us and they proved themselves.
Julie Jenkins, 38 seasons, over 1,000 wins. She knows what she's talking about.
She does.
And she knows what she's doing. Trinity Volleyball, lucky to have her, lucky to have this team. And I feel so fortunate to have had this opportunity to call the games with you, Amelia. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to having you for a few more matches this season. We won't have you tomorrow, but thank you for joining us, and I hope you had fun today.
I had so much fun, and you were a pleasure, and